Today we're going to make an oatmeal and honey soap, and we're going to use turmeric to color it. It should be a nice beige soap with honey and oatmeal. Anybody want to know, this is from Michigan Snow Pony. This is raw honey, and I'm going to use it in my soap. The oils that I have in my crock pot today is 44 ounces of beef tallow, 20 ounces of canola oil, and 20 ounces of coconut oil. This is our recipe for today. We're going to use 12 ounces of lye to 32 ounces of water. So let's get our water going. Now it's 0. There we go. 32 ounces of water to 12 ounces of lye. There you go. Now what I'm going to do is put that in the refrigerator until I'm ready to make my lye solution, because I want to get it ice cold. And I'm going to pulverize some oatmeal, just regular oatmeal. And that makes a real nice powder. As always, the trick is to get the oil and the lye together at about the same temperature. So when this is almost melted, I'll do the lye. Oil is melting. The lye ready. There you go, and I got the little container. Here's my lye. We went to 12 ounces. 12 ounces only. Just 12 ounces. Exactly. There you go. Get your molds ready. I have my garbage bags just tucked in. It all works out real nice. I don't know if I told you or not, but I got 27 bars of soap out of these 2 little molds. Pretty neat. And out of 1 batch of soap. 6 pounds of soap, 27 bars of soap. You put on your gloves. Make sure you put on your goggles. You get your water. You get your big spoon. You get your lye. And you go out somewhere where the air is fresh. Although it's nighttime, Ted's going to keep the cats away. Right, Ted?
Right.
Yeah, go. Yeah, the other day when I was doing this, showing the first batch, you know, those cats, I just could not keep them away, Ted. And the idea is this is supposed to be slow, but as you see, you can see it smoking. Boy, I wish these cats would just go away. This is very, very hot, as you can see. Very, very hot. But you'll know it's mixed when this is pretty much clear. But you want to make sure you get this totally mixed. You don't want to leave one little tiny grain to happenstance. Make sure this is totally, totally mixed. And this container I'm using to mix the lye is microwavable. So if it's microwavable, it'd be able to handle the heat of the lye. Child, you're gonna get hurt. And you see how that's pretty clear, Ted?
Yep.
I don't know if you could see that. It's almost clear. So that's put together pretty good. And I might not have stressed this enough, but when you mix your lye, you always put your lye into your water, never your water into your lye. This is extremely hot right now, so I'm going to put it in a water bath. An ice bath is what I'm doing. Alright, and I'm going to take the measurement. I'm going to see how hot it is. And once again, we got to play the game. I like my lye to be about 110, and I like my fat to be about 110. And as you can see, it's way over that. Look at that. It's going into 160. And we're going to see how hot the oil is. Not too bad, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm taking it off. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to take this out of here, and I'm going to put it to the side. About 115 is where I like my soap on both, so. Looking good. And now that we have our lye and our soap about 115 degrees, we just let it trickle. Now bring the camera close because I want them to see how almost immediately the fat and the lye starts turning like a creamy color. Can you see that? And just pour it in very slow. Alright, don't move around too much. People might get dizzy. Alright. You see how that got creamy? Do you see that, Ted?
Yep.
Look at that. And it's cooking. It's already cooking. So, now, you don't want to touch this. This is still very, very caustic. And then I'll show you. I'm going to go from that. Excuse me, Ted. I'm going to put this in there. And I'm just going to slowly vibrate it. Soap, we want to cook it so you can use it almost immediately. Okay, and then I'm going to stir it like this. Again, there's no scientific reason. It's just to save on my stick blender. Now some people may argue, but I'm going to go ahead and put my turmeric in right now. And I put this just a teaspoon. Let's see how that goes. It depends on what I want. There we go. Oh, excuse me. It's like a pumpkin. And I like my wooden spoon. So we're going to let this cook for a while. We're just going to leave it alone, let it cook. And we'll come back to it in a little while. I don't know if you could see it right in here. It's starting to cook, because look how thick it's getting. You see that? It's just so thick. Boy, I hope my pumpkin pie filling from my pie comes out this nice. But that's what it is. And right now, it does not smell so great. But it doesn't smell bad. It just doesn't have that pretty smell that I'm looking for. And that's why we're going to put some vanilla in it. But we'll do that after it cooks up a bit. So far, as you see, right now, you see that? It's tracing. When you can do that, and it's making lines. Some people, see that? It's just making lines. So it's getting there. It's getting there, folks. This is cooking up. Can you see it there on the side? Let's look at that. And it's bubbling up. It's growing. And just, you turn it down. Can you see that? We're going to do it until it's almost clear. Not really clear, but, you know, jello-y, I guess would be a good word for it. As you see, it's cooking up a storm. Let's see. I'll keep bringing it down. I mean, this is a big, this is 6 pounds or more. It's about 6 pounds. It'll make 6 pounds of soap. But you see that? And because it's so big, I don't want it just to keep swelling, because it will, and blow the lid right off it. Oops, I back up a little. But that's still not done yet. But just let it keep cooking. That's the whole point of it. It's cooked soap. Oh, while this was cooking, I was listening to East Tennessee Prepper. I just like that guy. He's a good guy. Remember, I've been watching him a long time. Well, as you can see, this is mostly, you see that? It's like transparent. So it's sort of like, oh, I don't know what could we liken that to? It looks like the color of Vaseline. Can you see that? But it's been cooking and cooking, and I think it's done. It's just one of those things that the more you do it, see how that is? It's sort of see-through. Almost, not quite. But yeah, this is done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to let it cool a little bit. I'm going to put honey and oatmeal and vanilla in it as soon as it cools down a little bit. Sometimes, if you use too much honey, friends, this will separate. You sure don't want to do that. So I'm not going to put too much in, just a little bit. So anyway, I put a little more than a cup of oatmeal in here, and I put some Michigan snow ponies, wonderful. Honey, I put about a tablespoon and a half. One time I put too much honey in my mixture, and what happened was I didn't have soap. It all separated. It was terrible. So I put about a cup of oatmeal, pulverized oatmeal in. I put a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of the honey, and I put in some scent. And my God, this smells good. Oh God, that's some good honey. I put a little more. I just don't want to wind up what I had one time, and that was my whole batch just separated. I might have put it in way too soon. This is ready to be put in, it's ready to be put into the mold, so. Okay, what you want to do is pound your molds down like that. You want to pound them down to make sure just pound them down like that. And then just leave them alone, and they'll be fine. 2 3-pound loaves. Alright, and here we go. This is the finished product. God, I wish you guys could smell this. It smells heavenly. I'm using this to do my soap. I like thick chunks. So once again, I'm probably going to have 27, 28 bars. And out of that recipe, I got 29 bars of soap. This is nice bar of soap. And my God, the lather is amazing.